Check. Well, good morning, traders. And it is 8 minutes till 9 on September 11th, 2024. So 23 years later, uh, after the events of 9/11, 2001, uh, keep in mind, as an American citizen, that those people that perpetrated the crime were already within the United States. Regardless of where it was planned, it was executed from people within the United States that had been here for a long time. And 23 years later, we are still have open borders with, pretty much any Tom, Dick, and Harry coming in and out of this country at will. Uh, what a sad state of affairs with our response to that whole thing. Uh, Hearts out to all the families affected, all the soldiers and families that have been affected since then. It is just tragic in many ways. Um, Last night we had our presidential debate. I'm not going to talk on politics. I'll just say there's a sad state of affairs when you have two people running for office and neither one of them can make it through the broadcast without looking you straight in the camera and lying right to your face, knowing that they are lying right to your face. And just imagine what they do behind closed doors when they can just do that so easily. It's just a shame that, in the greatest country on earth, that these are the two douchebags we have to choose from uh, for this election. So I'll get off my soapbox. Let's get into the real reason you're here. Let's do some technical analysis. And as we look at yesterday's session here, what we just basically failure to go lower, right? We're starting to, at least temporarily bottom. We're starting to take out some levels above, and it just can just all be dead cat bouncing or whatever, but the momentum to the downside is definitely stalled out, right? So the only thing we had with structure yesterday that was poor, uh, or that was markable is we had a little bit of excess in period A on that flush down for the Dow. Lots of room in this 30-minute bar above, and we basically closed at the bottom of that spike with yesterday's session when it ended. So looking real quick, we have the title of my video is CPI Wednesday. Uh, Hard to believe Wall Street hit it on the nose on the head again. Got the numbers pretty much to the tick. Definitely two out of the three numbers were right on. One of them was within the margin of error. Again, so not a lot going on with futures from that print, which is good. Keep in mind next Wednesday is FOMC day. Uh, and then tomorrow we're going to have PPI and unemployment claims. Not too much. Keep in mind Friday is the last day that most of the platforms will be on September as the front month. Come Monday, almost every platform that trades U.S. equities will be on December as the front month. We're going to have the VIX expiration on Wednesday. We are going to have the FOMC announcement on Wednesday, and we're going to have Quad Witch on Friday. I'm going to keep hitting this every morning. Just to let you know, the volatility with the first rate cut next Wednesday has a high probability of being just unbelievable. So I'm going to go into the event. It can always be a non-event. I'm going to go into this event thinking that once that announcement hits, the equities will be untradeable for the last 2 hours of the day. I do not plan on trading that at all. Uh, Maybe I'll book myself, tea time so I can make sure I'm not sitting here around here and doing something stupid at that point in time. And then we're going to have quad witch, the quarterly expiration on Friday. So a lot of movement starting next week on the price action. So this is one of the last major prints coming into that FOMC decision. And then as we look at positioning, I'm not going to beat this up, but there's really not a lot to glean from positioning today. 450 to 460 for the Qs. Currently, those Qs are trading uh, 458.87. So they're only like 50 points from hitting this 460. So if you add 50 points to it, you're looking at, basically 18,910 is where that level is. It's not that we can't get above there. You can see for today's price action, 458 and 456 should be the floor now, potentially support. And then, for the week, you got just a little bit at 460 and then, sliding back and forth. But there's, it's really fair game, I would say, from 455. And then if you can cross 460, it's, there's nothing that's going to make 460 uh, a wall for today, is what I'm trying to say. You can definitely slide back and forth. And I'm looking for volatility. The same that we've basically had for quite a while, and a little bit of range. We'll see if we actually can put in some trending day, right? That would be great for us day traders. It's been a while since we had a nice trending day, several sessions, but there's nothing on the rest of this for positioning to write home on. So after our Friday flush, right, which happens more times than not, we've basically almost taken it back. And I keep talking about this high volume node that's between 55.10 and 55.63. Uh, this node that we have here uh, should be overhead supply. So if nothing else, it should be a slow churn through there. Keep in mind that there is an outside chance that you can speed through, but there is one more print tomorrow. We do have bond auctions today at 1 o'clock, tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I think we have the 10-year today and the 30-year tomorrow. So those are something to keep track of. Those results will be released at 1:01 p.m. Eastern time. But right now, let's see if we get up to this 55.10. That's only, like I said, 10, about 12 points, 13 points, 14 points above where we're currently trading. So looking at, where we're at, the ES definitely, if you look at the consolidation that we have between August 19th and August 30th, right? Very, in the same general vicinity for it. If we look at the Nasdaq in that same time frame, it come up, made an incremental higher high, and then started a downtrend channel that you've went out in. So if you were to just draw on your chart the top of this downtrend channel, and then make it on the bottom of this channel, what I'm going to be interested to see is if we can get back inside that channel, right, which still would have a quite a bit of upside for us day traders, and then to see if that ends up still being resistance for the Nasdaq. And then obviously the ES has to get back above this 55.12, and then it could get to 65 potentially. Otherwise, it's just going to range between 55.12 to 54.32 half to 54.90 or 53.96. So I think we beat that up. Overnight action, 33 and a quarter points. Didn't really get anything out of the debate, which means that neither one of them, as far as the market is concerned, really screwed up the debate last night. So it is just the same old, thing we have right now. Uh, so as we look at where we're in value for the Russell, we're in value for the Dow, we're at the top of value for the ES right now, pushing through. And we got the NASDAQ breaking through the previous day's high. Remember, the NASDAQ has been the weakest link for quite a while on this downtrend. So it definitely has more room to run and getting out. And now that we have ended the down move, the top of balance, uh, is definitely on the table. Uh, so if we go back and just remind ourselves where that is, you're looking at 19,150 to 19,337 is right around there. So you're looking at basically Thursday's high of the day for the bell. So if we just double check the bell session, right, that was it. That 19,150 is the marker. And of course, we need to get above the Friday flush. So those are your 2 points. So if on any upside rural action, look for the churn to be basically, uh, right around 19,000 to 19,150. I'm going to leave it there for today. Uh, if we get strength, there's an upside magnet target for the ES that's 55.66 to 55.68. And then it would be difficult, but definitely on the table for the Nasdaq to start getting to its poor structure, 19,234 to 19,283, and then you've got 19,318 to 19,331. And then you've got the real line that the bears do not want crossed, which is 19,386. So, my guess is we churn and we have a little bit of a gap from the get-go. See if the gap fills or not. If you get back into value, right? Value area low should be a first test support. And then if you don't get back above the previous day's high after that, uh, you're probably looking at the previous day's low and then hitting some downside targets towards the end of the day. Otherwise, we're probably just going to churn up here in this area between yesterday's high and where this poor structure is on the chart and see if we can touch some of that poor structure. I hope this helps. We'll see if this turns into be a minor pop and flop or not. Uh, it does look like there has been exhaustion to the downside, so I would not be playing for the pop and flop today until it starts really getting back into value. You guys have a great day, and we'll